Hello, and today we're going to build out the Tell a Friend feature. The Tell a Friend feature is a great marketing tool that banks on word of mouth. You place the sharing power in your users' hands, allowing them to share your app, listing URLs, and thus your business in just a few clicks. On top of the great benefits, it takes a few minutes to set up. There's also a customized message that gets shared with, which I'll show you how to set up too, but let's first focus on the feature. So as you can tell, there's not a whole lot to set up. I've already added the Tell Friend feature to my application. I've selected my feature icon. Now what do? Well, let's go check out our native preview and let's see what it's all about. So I'm going to wait for the iPhone preview to show up here. And when I go to my menu and I go to share our app, you notice how there's nothing here. It's kind of a bland feature. And if I hit share, there should be a little pop-up. In this particular case, because I'm using the previewer, it doesn't give me any of the native options like email, text message, Facebook, Twitter, etc. So let's go back to building because we can get a little creative here. So obviously this particular feature uses a background, but it doesn't pull from your home screen background. So let's go into custom design and let's turn this on, because what we want to do now is we want to build out our own custom friends message. Okay. I can do anything I want here, but really I want to focus on going to Tell Friends styling and scroll all the way down to where it says screen background. I want to add one. So none of these in here really tickle my fancy. I'm not wanting to put any of them in there. Maybe I want to put some text over them. So let's do this. We're going to build our own. So you can see here the recommended size is 640 by 1136. So that makes it easy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to a website called Canva. Canva is it's free to use, but there is paid options. But I'm going to go in and create a design at 640 by 1136. It'll create my canvas for me. I'm going to call this Tell Friend. And what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upload my own image here. I'm going to add the Mission Avenue logo because that's my business. And then what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to modify the background color. They use black on their particular website and for my app, so I'm going to use a black background color. I'm going to go back to my uploads. I'm going to drag and drop my logo here. I can resize it with whatever I need it to do. And I like that. I think that looks really clean and great. I'm going to leave some room for the header. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of their sample text here, which I think is great, which I love. And let's get rid of the duplicate that it just made. Okay, so now what I want to do is maybe I want to put it down here. And let's change this to share. And maybe I want to be really creative with how I do this, but maybe, share our app with the world. Don't forget that picture of your brunch. Okay, that's really great. So now I like that. I'm going to hit the download button. I'm going to download it as a PNG and see how easy that is. I just made a home screen background in a snap using Canva, which is really cool. So now I'm going to go add my screen background. I'm going to drag my image in there, and I'm going to select it. And now I'm going to hit save. So let's go back to content, use the app previewer, and go to our native preview. And once the native preview is done loading, I'm going to go to the Tell Friend feature by clicking on our menu option and go to share our app. And notice how great that looks in there. So now I have a really easy way to kind of put whatever message I want there. I can put a contest. You can use this for just about any industry, in all honesty. So now that we have our Tell Friend feature fully set up, let's take a look at how we modify that message that gets shared. So I'm going to go to my app settings here at the bottom left. And then we're going to go and we're going to scroll to app screens, and we're going to scroll all the way down. There's a section called social. So enter the default message you would like to send when users share from within the app. This is exactly where you want to customize this message that gets shared throughout the entire application, whether it's not the tell friend feature, it's your events feature, it's your loyalty, whatever it may be. So as you can see here, I have checkout mission avenue bar's new app loyalty program, and I have the tags for iOS and Android to draw people to my iOS and Android app. Now, where these tags pull the information from is your URLs for your publishing. So if I go back to general, you notice how my iOS and Android URLs are completely blank. I want to put my App Store URLs in there once they become available. But once I have that set up, that's my message to be shared. Now, one thing to kind of remember with the share message is you can change it out whenever you want. This share message could be up to, I think it's 300 characters in regards to the limit. Let's take a quick gander. Yeah, 300 characters. Those little available tags cut down the amount of characters that are used in this particular message, but you really want it to be short and to the point, and something that when a user shares your app, that they really feel like they got value and benefit from. So this is the tell friend feature, probably one of the more important ones in terms of marketing and sharing your application. Thank you so much for watching.